The sun rose gently over the kingdom of Enchancia, painting the castle walls with soft pink and golden colors. Princess Sofia woke up with a wide smile on her face, stretching her arms as Clover hopped excitedly on her bed. "Good morning, Sofia," he chirped. "You look like you slept pretty well." Sofia giggled. "I did, Clover. I had the most magical dream." Clover tilted his head. "A magic dream? Oh, boy, this sounds like trouble." But Sofia shook her head. "Not trouble. Something wonderful. I dreamed I was learning magical skills, real magic, not just using the amulet of Avalor, but casting spells, guiding light, helping others with true magic." She touched her amulet gently, its warm purple glow shining softly. The amulet had helped her many times and even allowed her to talk to animals, but the dream felt different. "It felt like something new is coming," she whispered. Later that morning, as Sofia walked through the royal garden, she noticed something unusual. A group of butterflies hovered around a single flower, flapping their wings excitedly. The flower was glowing softly, shimmering with a strange light. Sofia knelt down, surprised. "Clover, that flower wasn't glowing yesterday, was it?" Clover shook his head. "Nope. Flowers don't glow unless something magical is up. And glowing things usually mean adventure." Sofia reached out gently, and the moment her fingers brushed the petals, the flower released a burst of tiny sparkles. They swirled around her, filling the air with soft blue light. Clover yelped. "Sofia, what did you touch?" But Sofia simply watched the sparkles with amazement. They didn't scare her. They felt warm and soft, like friendly lights. Then, slowly, the sparkles gathered above her amulet and vanished inside it. What just happened?" Clover whispered. Sofia didn't know, but she felt something inside, a small shift, like a gentle hum in her heart. The amulet glowed brighter for a moment before settling back to normal. Sofia stood, confused but not frightened. She had experienced many magical things before, but this felt different. As she made her way back into the castle, the doors to the library opened on their own. Sofia hesitated. "Hello," she called gently. But no one answered. She stepped inside, Clover following nervously. "This is how spooky stories start," he muttered. Sofia walked toward the center of the library, and suddenly a floating book shimmered into view. The cover was decorated with stars and swirling patterns, glowing softly. Sofia gasped. "A magic book." The book flipped open by itself, revealing a page titled, "The Beginning of Magic Skills, A Gift Awakened." Sofia read aloud quietly. "Magic skills are awakened in those with pure hearts, brave spirits, and a desire to help others. When the time is right, the first spark will appear, guiding the chosen one toward their magical path." Her eyes widened. "Clover, the glowing flower, the sparkles, does that mean that you're becoming a wizard princess?" Clover squeaked. Oh boy, I don't know if we're ready for that. Royal spells? Floating teacups? Exploding pumpkins?" Sofia laughed softly. "Clover, magic isn't scary. It's beautiful. And if I really am getting magic skills, then I'll use them to help others." She turned the page, and the book revealed illustrations of magical learners, young royals from different kingdoms, each gaining magic in different ways. Some learned healing spells, some light spells, some learned control wind or water. Sofia's heart fluttered. "Do you think I'll be able to cast real spells soon?" she whispered, excitement growing in her voice. The book began to glow again, and words formed on the page as if being written by an invisible quill. "Your journey begins with the first lesson, understanding the light inside." Before Sofia could ask what that meant, the room grew brighter. A soft wind circled around her, lifting her hair and dress gently. The light from her amulet brightened and created a sphere around her. Clover backed up quickly. "Whoa! Sofia, you're glowing." Inside the sphere, Sofia felt calm. She raised her hand without thinking, and to her amazement, a tiny spark of light appeared in her palm. It flickered like a small star, warm and gentle. Sofia gasped. "Clover, I did that." Clover's mouth fell open. "Sofia, you're doing magic. Real magic." But as soon as the spark grew brighter, Sofia grew nervous. "Oh, I don't know how to stop it. The spark shot upward and burst into a harmless shower of glittery lights. Clover clapped his paws over his eyes. Okay, we need lessons. Lots of lessons. Sofia laughed, still amazed by what she had just done. I didn't mean to make it explode. But Clover, this means my dream wasn't just a dream. This is really happening. Just then, the magic book closed gently and floated back to its shelf. A soft voice whispered through the library, almost like a breeze. The journey begins, Princess Sofia. Your heart will guide your magic. Sofia took a deep breath and smiled. Then I'm ready. I'm going to learn everything I can about magic skills. Clover groaned playfully. And I guess I better learn how to dodge sparkles. Sofia giggled. Adventure had found her once again, this time through magic awakening inside her, and she was ready. The next morning, the castle buzzed with its usual cheerful activity, but Sofia woke up with a special glow of excitement inside her. She slipped out of bed and looked at her amulet, which shimmered softly as if it already knew what she was thinking. Clover, she whispered, nudging the furry bunny awake. Today is the day we start learning real magic. Clover rubbed his eyes sleepily. I was hoping yesterday was a dream, but it wasn't, was it? He sighed dramatically. Okay, fine. Let's go see what magical chaos we're getting into. Sofia giggled and hurried toward the library, the place where everything had begun. As soon as she stepped inside, the floating magic book reappeared, glowing brighter than before. Sofia approached it with curiosity and respect. I'm ready for my next lesson, she said softly. The book opened itself, revealing a page filled with swirls of gold and blue light. At the top, the title shimmered into view. Lesson 1, The Light Within. Clover hopped onto a nearby pillow. Light? Oh, that sounds safe. Lights don't bite, right? Sofia smiled. No, Clover. Light is warm. Light is gentle. Light helps us see good things. As she read further, she learned that light magic came from emotion, specifically kindness, bravery, and hope. The stronger a person's good intentions, the brighter their magic became. Sofia touched her heart thoughtfully. So magic comes from how we feel? The book glowed in agreement, and new words appeared. Light responds to pure intentions. To control it, your heart must stay calm and focused. Clover snorted. Calm and focus? Two things you're great at. Good for us. Sofia took a deep breath, closing her eyes. She tried to bring forward the same feeling she felt yesterday, the warm spark of wanting to help others. Slowly, she extended her hand. A tiny, soft white glow formed in her palm. Clover gasped. There it is again! The spark. But Sofia didn't open her eyes. She stayed calm, breathing gently. The spark didn't flicker wildly this time. Instead, it grew a little brighter, steady and soft. Sofia felt joy blossom in her chest. I'm doing it. I'm really doing it, she whispered. When she opened her eyes, the spark floated above her palm, spinning gently. Clover backed up slightly, just in case. It looks friendly this time, he said in amazement. Sofia frowned playfully. Clover, it was friendly yesterday, too. Friendly things don't explode, Sofia, Clover whispered loudly. With a soft laugh, Sofia focused again. The spark responded by growing slightly larger. She gently moved her hand to the left, and the spark drifted in that direction. When she moved her hand right, the spark glided like a tiny glowing balloon. Sofia's eyes sparkled. I can control it. Suddenly, the magic book flipped to show a new set of instructions. Light can guide, heal, and protect. But first, you must pass the trial of stillness. Clover gulped. Trial? Why is there always a trial? Can't magic ever be easy? Sofia leaned in. The trial of stillness, she read on. To complete the trial, Sofia needed to hold a light sphere perfectly steady for 10 whole seconds without letting her emotions waver. That's easy, Sofia said confidently. Clover shook his head. You say that now. Give it 5 seconds. Sofia nodded, inhaled deeply, and summoned another tiny spark. It formed quickly, glowing like a little star. She tried to keep her thoughts calm and steady. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Her hands trembled slightly, but she tightened her focus. For seconds, 5, just then, a loud thump echoed outside the library. Clover jumped up. What was that? Sofia gasped, and the spark burst in a soft shower of glitter. Clover blinked. Well, that lasted longer than I expected. Sofia sighed. I got distracted. The book glowed again, showing new words. Magic requires focus even when the world around you is loud. Sofia smiled with determination. Okay, let's try again. Again, she summoned the spark. This time, Clover tiptoed outside to check what caused the noise. It was Bailiwick dropping a stack of towels. With the mystery solved, Clover returned quietly, sitting close but staying silent. Sofia breathed deeply. The spark floated steadily in her palm. 1 second, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Her heart fluttered, and for a moment, the spark flickered. But she steadied herself. 7, 8, 9, 10. The spark glowed brilliantly, stable and perfect. The moment a 10-second passed, the spark dissolved into a shower of golden light that wrapped around Sofia like a warm sunbeam. The magic book glowed bright gold and flipped its pages rapidly, showing words of praise. You have passed the trial of stillness. Your light magic has awakened. Clover hopped excitedly. You did it. You really did it. Sofia smiled proudly. I did. And this is only the beginning. Just then, the book opened to a fresh page. Lesson 2, Light Can Guide the Lost. Sofia's eyes widened. Guide the lost? Does that mean someone needs help? Clover gulped. I knew it. Magic always comes with missions. Sofia stood tall, her heart glowing with courage. Then we'll help them, whoever they are. Her magic journey had truly begun. The sun peeked to the tall trees of the enchanted forest as Sofia stepped carefully onto the soft, mossy ground. Her heart beat with excitement and a tiny bit of nervousness. After all, this was her first real mission, using her new magical skills. Clover hopped beside her, alert and twitching his whiskers. Are you sure this is a good idea, Sofia? The forest is full of weird sounds, weird plants, and weird everything. Sofia smiled reassuringly. I know, Clover, but the book said someone lost their way. And if my magic can guide them, then I need to help. She touched her amulet, which shimmered with a faint glow. Ever since she passed the trial of stillness, the amulet seemed more connected to her heart and to her magic than ever before. As Sofia walked deeper into the forest, a soft humming filled the air, almost like someone whispering. She paused. Do you hear that? Clover's ears perked. I hear something, and whatever it is, I hope it's friendly. Sofia followed the humming until she reached a cluster of glowing blue flowers. They shimmered like tiny lanterns, lighting a winding path between twisted trees. Wow, Sofia whispered. It looks like they want us to follow. Clover gulped. Or it looks like they want us to walk into danger. Still, Sofia stepped forward confidently. She summoned a soft light sphere in her hand, just like she learned. It hovered gently above her palm, brightening the path ahead. The deeper they walked, the stronger the humming became, like a soft cry calling for help. Someone really is lost, Sofia murmured. We're close. At last, they reached a clearing where the sunlight barely touched the ground. In the center sat a tiny creature, curled up and glowing faintly. Its wings drooped and its light flickered weakly. Clover gasped. Is that a glow sprite? Sofia ran forward gently. Glow sprites were rare magical creatures known for lighting the forest at night. They were shy, kind, and delicate. The little sprite lifted its head weakly. Hello, it whispered. Its voice was soft and trembling. Sofia knelt beside it. Don't worry. I'm here to help. My name is Sofia. The sprite blinked slowly. I got separated from my family. My glow is fading. Clover stepped back nervously. Oh, that sounds serious. Sofia, can you fix fading glow? Is that a real thing? Sofia looked at her sphere of light. I think maybe I can help. The book said light magic can guide and heal. The sprite trembled. I'm scared. It's so dark. I can't find my way home. Sofia placed her hand gently near the sprite. You're not alone anymore. I'll help you find your family, and I'll help your glow come back. She summoned a larger sphere of light. Focusing hard, it appeared gently, glowing bright white, warm and steady. The sprite blinked and leaned toward it, soaking in the warmth. Its wing lights brightened just a little. It's working, Sofia said hopefully, but the sphere started flickering. Sofia struggled to maintain focus. The pressure of helping someone made her heart beat faster. Clover hopped around nervously. Sofia, don't panic. Deep breaths. Remember your lesson. Sofia inhaled deeply, steadying her emotions. The sphere brightened again, glowing warm and solid. Slowly, the sprite's wings shimmered brighter and brighter until they glowed strong and steady once more. The glow sprite stood up shakily, but smiling. Thank you. You saved me. Sofia smiled warmly. We're not finished yet. We still need to find your family. The sprite fluttered gently into the air. My family lives near the Moonlight River, but the forest keeps changing paths. I got lost. Sofia touched her heart, summoning another sphere of light. My magic can guide us. I'll make a path for us to follow. The sphere floated above her and stretched into a glowing trail of light that flowed forward like a ribbon in the wind. It illuminated a clear, safe path that wound between trees and around curling vines. The sprite gasped happily. Your magic is amazing, Clover muttered. I mean, it's kind of impressive, I'll admit. They followed the glowing ribbon deeper into the forest. Birds sang overhead, and soft breezes rustled the leaves. The glow sprite fluttered beside Sofia, becoming brighter with every minute. Eventually, they reached a sparkling river where the water glowed with moon-like reflections even though it was daytime. Dozens of glow sprites fluttered along the riverbank, lighting the area with gorgeous soft blue and yellow hues. The moment they saw the little sprite, they rushed forward. Starling, you're safe. Thank you for bringing our little one back, said the elder sprite, who shimmered like silver starlight. And thank you for restoring their glow. Sofia bowed her head humbly. I'm still learning magic, but I'm glad I could help. The elder sprite smiled warmly. Your heart is kind. That is the true source of all magic. Suddenly, Sofia's amulet glowed brightly. A beam of soft light wrapped around her like a warm hug. The forest shimmered, and a gentle whisper echoed. You have learned the magic of guidance. Your light grows stronger. Clover's jaw dropped. Sofia, your magic just ranked up. Sofia laughed happily. And I'm ready for the next lesson. With her heart full and her magic brighter than ever, Sofia's adventure was far from over. Princess Sofia woke up feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness because today was the day she would face the magical challenge, a special test that Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather had prepared for her. This wasn't a normal magic lesson or a simple spell practice session. This was the final test before she would be allowed to attempt restoring the star crystal. The magical challenge was designed to check her confidence, kindness, focus, and ability to use magic wisely. Sofia knew it would not be easy, but she also knew she had come a long way since her first magical spark. She got dressed in her lavender gown, tied her hair neatly, picked up her wand, and walked out of her room, reminding herself that she could do anything as long as she tried her best. When she arrived at the fairy garden, the 3 fairies were waiting with warm smiles. Good morning, Princess Sofia, Flora said. Are you ready for your magical challenge? Sofia nodded, though she could feel her heartbeat speeding up. Merryweather floated closer and patted her arm gently. Don't worry, dear. This test isn't about being perfect. It's about showing your heart. Fauna added, magic is strongest when it comes from kindness, not pressure. Their words comforted Sofia, and she took a deep breath as the fairies led her to a shimmering circle of light marked on the grass. Fauna flicked her wand, and the garden transformed into a magical maze of floating islands, glowing bridges, swirling winds, and sparkling lights. Your challenge will have 3 stages, Flora explained. The first will test your focus. The second will test your creativity. And the final will test your heart. Sofia nodded again, more confidently this time. She stepped into the circle, and at once the light surrounding her rose like a bubble and carried her gently to the first floating island. The first stage appeared simple. A cluster of glowing orbs hovered above her, spinning quickly. She had to stop the orbs with a focus spell. Sofia pointed her wand and whispered, "Calma Lux." A soft purple glow shot from the wand, but the orbs only wobbled and spun faster. Sofia frowned. Her spell wasn't strong enough. She remembered Flora's lesson. Focus doesn't come from your eyes. It comes from your mind. She closed her eyes for a moment, breathed deeply, and cleared all distractions. Then she cast the spell again, stronger this time. The orbs froze in place and arranged themselves into a shining pattern. The island glowed, signaling she had passed. A floating bridge formed beneath her, carrying her to the second stage. This island was filled with scattered pieces of broken magical shapes. Stars, moons, swirls, and hearts. She had to assemble them into a full picture using creativity magic. Sofia remembered how Cedric once told her, magic should flow like imagination. She waved her wand gently, guiding the pieces into the air. She tried to form a picture of the royal castle, but the pieces didn't match. She tried a landscape scene, but the shapes didn't fit. She frowned again until she realized something. The shapes were all symbols of feelings. Stars for hope, hearts for love, moon for dreams. So instead of creating something physical, she created something meaningful. She shaped them into an image of herself holding hands with her family and friends. As soon as the picture completed, it glowed brightly. The second island lit up, showing she had passed again. Then came the last and hardest stage. The third island looked peaceful, almost too peaceful. A single magical creature stood there, a tiny winged deer with shimmering fur. But it was frightened, shaking, and refusing to move. Sofia realized the test wasn't about using magic at all. It was about kindness. She slowly knelt down and put away her wand. "It's okay," she whispered softly. "I'm not here to harm you." The little deer backed away, but its eyes softened. Sofia extended her hand gently and waited patiently, remembering how she comforted Clover and Bailiwick during stressful moments. Eventually, the magical deer stepped closer and rested its head against her hand. Instantly, the island burst with light. She had passed the final test. The bubble of magic lowered her back to the ground where the fairies clapped proudly. "You did wonderfully, Sofia." Merryweather cheered. Flora floated to her with teary joy. "You showed focus, creativity, and a heart full of kindness. You are ready for your greatest task." Fauna nodded warmly. "You always were." Sofia felt her heart glow with pride and gratitude. The magical challenge was difficult, but she had passed all 3 stages through her heart, not only her wand. As they walked back toward the castle, the fairies explained the final step waiting for her: restoring the star crystal. "It will require everything you've learned," Flora said. "Not just magic, but belief in yourself." Sofia held her wand close, feeling a spark of courage. She didn't know what the final task would be like, but she knew she was ready. Princess Sofia woke up earlier than usual, feeling both excited and nervous, because today was the final day of her magical journey, the day she would cast her greatest spell. The castle hallways shimmered with soft morning light as she walked toward the royal magic chamber, wearing her lavender dress and carrying the wand that Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather had gifted her. This wand wasn't just a tool. It was a symbol of everything she had learned: courage, kindness, patience, and trust in herself. As she walked, she repeated the lessons she had mastered: light spells, nature spells, healing spells, and even transformation spells. But today's spell would require all of them together. Today, Princess Sofia would try to restore the fading star crystal, a magical item that kept the balance of all enchantments in Enchancia. When she entered the chamber, the 3 fairies were already waiting. "Good morning, Princess Sofia," Flora said warmly, floating in her pink gown. Merryweather looked cheerful as always, while Fauna smiled with soft encouragement. On a pedestal in the center of the room sat the star crystal, but it wasn't glowing like before. Its light was flickering, dimming more each hour. "This crystal holds the magic that protects the kingdom," Fauna explained gently. "If it fades completely, many magical creatures will lose their abilities, and enchanted places may weaken. Sofia swallowed hard but nodded bravely. She wasn't afraid, just determined. She knew this moment required her best. The fairies circled around her, creating glowing rings of sparkling light. "Your magic is strong now," Merryweather said proudly. "But this spell must come from your heart. You must focus your mind, believe in your strength, and trust the goodness inside you." Sofia took a deep breath and held her wand close to her chest. She closed her eyes and remembered her magical journey, helping animals, protecting the forest, saving Cedric when he needed her, and calming the magical storm she accidentally created during practice. Every success and every mistake had taught her something important. She realized magic wasn't about power, it was about intention. The fairies raised their wands, and bright trails of light formed a protective circle around Sofia. "Now, Sofia," Flora said, "begin the spell." Sofia opened her eyes, which now sparkled with focus. She lifted her wand toward the crystal. A soft purple glow formed at its tip. The air around her hummed like gentle music. Sofia began to speak the spell she had memorized, her voice steady yet filled with emotion. "Light of kindness, courage bright, restore the star with gentle might." As she continued, the light from her wand grew stronger, swirling upward like a ribbon. But as the spell grew more powerful, the crystal resisted. A sudden burst of energy pushed back, creating a gust of wind that made Sofia stumble. "You can do it," Merryweather called. "Believe in yourself." Sofia steadied her feet, tightening her grip. She realized the crystal wasn't refusing her. It needed stronger magic, deeper magic. Magic from her heart, not just a wand. She pressed a free hand over her heart and whispered softly, "I want to help the kingdom. I want everyone to be safe." With that pure intention, she let her magic flow naturally. A brilliant wave of purple and silver light burst from her wand, filling the entire chamber. The star crystal absorbed the magic, glowing brighter and brighter until the light became almost blinding. The fairies shielded their eyes as the crystal released a soft chime, like a star being reborn. Sofia held the spell a moment longer, then gently lowered her wand. The room fell silent. The star crystal now shone with dazzling brightness, radiating warmth and life. The glow touched every corner of the castle and spread far beyond, into the forest, the mountains, the lakes, and all enchanted places in Enchancia. Magical creatures felt their strength return. Flowers bloomed with renewed magic, and even Cedric felt a sudden surge in his spellbook. Sofia had done it. The fairies rushed to her side with joyful smiles. "Sofia," Flora said, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder, "you have completed the greatest magical test." Fauna added, "Your heart guided the spell, and that is what makes your magic special." Merryweather beamed proudly. "You are no longer just a princess with a wand. You are a true young sorceress." Sofia felt happiness rise inside her like sunshine. She had doubted herself many times during her magical journey, but now she understood something important. Magic wasn't about being perfect. It was about believing in goodness, helping others, and trusting who she was inside. The fairies presented her with a small golden charm shaped like a star. "A symbol of your achievement," Flora said. Sofia held it tightly and smiled. She knew her magical journey wasn't over. There would be more challenges, more spells to learn, and more adventures ahead. But today, she had proven to herself and to Enchancia that she truly had magic skills, and she would use them with kindness always.